What's going on? It's your boy Philip Brown here out in LA. We're on the lockdown right now. It's day one of the lockdown. It's supposed to last until the end of the month. So I want to do like a little video blog of what's going on out here in LA. We currently are safe. We stocked up with some food. I'll probably show y'all that later. And then, we got everybody in the house, nobody out and about. Let me go ahead and go through y'all with some of these restrictions that we have right now. So far in LA, all movie theaters, live performance venues, bowling alley, arcades, gyms, and fitness centers are closed. All bars and nightclubs that do not serve food are closed. All private social clubs are closed as well. In addition, all restaurants and retail food facilities will be prohibited from serving food to dine-in customers. This means they can only do to-go orders and or Postmates or Uber Eats and things like that. The exceptions on this rule from the LA Times, I almost touched my nose. You saw that? I caught it though. Whew, almost touched it. I did wash my hands, antibacterial soap. And then, exceptions for the LA Times. It's going to be restaurants as well as bars, nightclubs that serve food may continue to prepare and offer food to customers via delivery services or takeout. Like I said, like a Postmates, Uber Eats, or you can just drive there to yourself. Houses of worship are urged to limit gatherings on their premises and to explore and implement ways to practice their respective faiths while observing social distancing practices. Cafeterias and hospitals, nursing homes, or other similar facilities will be allowed to continue operations. Those are important. They need to eat. The grocery stores, pharmacies, and food banks will also be allowed to continue operations. So based on that, I kind of go to the grocery store, or since it's weekend, kind of go to the grocery store every day to kind of figure out what we need and what we don't need, because sometimes things are hit or miss. Like sometimes they'll be restocked with this, so I go in there and just see what they have. I go in there protected, using lots of soap. Every time I see some hand sanitizer, I just go ahead and blat, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and get that just in case. Every time I see it, it's always good to go over there and get some of that. But yeah, everything's kind of super restricted now. Let's see what else we can get into. Kind of come over here and look at the freezer. We're kind of stocked up on some meats. Went to not Sam's Club, what's it called here? Costco. And kind of loaded up on some bulk items and then kind of split them up and then use the vacuum sealer bag to kind of freeze those and preserve those. As you can see, we still got the pups here. We still got the pups, shout out to the pups. Where we at? Good girl. Good boy. Ricky over here eating his food. Good boy, Ricky. You want to come out? You done? Good boy. We got Sue over here. Sue, you didn't even eat. What's going on? What's going on, pups? Then we got big dog Adam. You're just back, right? You just got back in town?
What's up? Back in town, safe from Scottsdale.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the airports and what we got going on there.
I landed. I landed about 11 p.m. last night.
West Coast time?
Pretty fucking empty. A little eerie, gotta say. When I went through the airport at Scottsdale, no one in the security line. Maybe I was third in line to put my shit through security.
But Arizona wasn't even really affected.
Scottsdale wasn't shut down. We were partying all weekend. All the bars, restaurants, clubs, everything's still open in Scottsdale.
Okay. Okay. Well, gonna get into some darts here. Kind of past the time, so yeah, it's been raining. It's not really helping. As you can see, we have the Hollywood sign in our view. We live in West Hollywood, just west of it, obviously. But yeah, it's been kind of gray and rainy, which has kind of been adding to the mood. It's apocalyptic, pre-apocalyptic mood. Everything's sold out. Like I said, I try to go to the grocery store at least once a day, kind of figure out, what we can get. Other than that, I got some footage I'm about to clip in here for y'all of the roads. There's Melrose right there. Right, that street in between those two buildings is Melrose, which is usually a pretty active street. Obviously with the rain, less activity, but all those businesses are shut down, on that street, as you'll see in the next clip. But yeah. Here, normally a very crowded and populated street. You can see there's not that many cars here. definitely not any pedestrians walking around. Looks like all the stores are closed. Very eerie feeling after, having this place normally really big. Yeah, we're back. Just trying to wait this thing out. We have 2 more weeks. School systems are out for 3 weeks until April 5th. So there'll be no school. So that impacts everybody as far as parents trying to stay home with their kids. Work's been interrupted for a lot of people. It's going down out here, man. So y'all send y'all best wishes out here. Hope it doesn't spread to your point. But in a few seconds, we're going to get this the French take and see what's happening over there as they just shut down their whole country and implemented army upheld curfews. So we'll talk to Elise about that in a second. So now day 1 of LA lockdown, coronavirus edition. We're going to kick it over to our French affiliate, Elise Prugnon from France. How you say the last name?
Prugnon.
That's what I say, Prugnon. Mm-hmm. Same thing, Prugnon. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so how are things in France now? I heard that they elevated the status of the lockdown over in France. The reason it's important because this is something that could happen here in America. So go ahead and tell us, the new update.
So everything is shut down now. You can't go out to do anything except if you're a nurse or working grocery shopping.
They gave the nurses and doctors a special paper, right?
Yeah, an official paper to show to the military because the military are here and make sure nobody go out.
What, they have military lockdown? They have military people surveying?
Making sure, because French people don't understand anything and they want to do what they want to do. So yeah, military have to check.
Right, and so that's something that can happen here. If people don't use social distancing themselves, they would have to enact military personnel to make sure that people are keeping their distance, right? Is that kind of what happened there?
Yeah. And even people who are working in grocery shopping have to go back to their house at 6 p.m.
Yeah, so
after
even
6,
the stores are
everything
done.
is closed. You can't go out of your house.
So they have curfew at the 6 p.m. All things that are open, as far as grocery stores
and you have to be at your
places.
house. You can't even go to your grandma or your other family member who don't live in the same house as you do. So
you have to be at your own house. You can't even go visit family.
You can't do nothing.
That's crazy. Any other updates? What did Macron? How you say it?
Macron.
That's what I said. Macron.
Macron.
What did Macron have to say?
He just said he's gonna take off taxes for all people, all business, small business, don't have to pay, they can't. Everybody who don't work gonna still be paid how they did when they work.
Everybody? In America, everybody's not
Everybody are gonna be paid.
They got to, because how are people
small
gonna do?
businesses don't have to pay anything, so they don't have to shut down because they don't making any money. So yeah, it's
which is good. That'll prevent a whole bunch of bankruptcies going on in this time and stuff. They don't have to pay any taxes or pay any fees or anything associated with their small business that is barely hanging on as is month to month. But yeah, anything else you want to tell us? Last things from Paris or France in general?
Last what?
Last thing? Any last news?
No news. Yeah. Yesterday, everybody in Paris was still outside, going out with their friends, sitting outside, even if the president said don't do it. So that's why we have military.
You just gotta police yourself, or they'll police you for you.
Yeah.
Basically. But all right, thank you for the wrap up from France.
You're welcome.
Bye, Sue.
Bye, Sue.
So this kind of wraps up, the first day of LA lockdown with Philip Brown and crew. Just remember to keep washing your hands, use antibacterial soap, social distancing. The president came down and said that he, doesn't approve of groups of 10 or more. So keep your groups less than 10. I'm personally not inviting anybody over to the crib to kind of, just chill randomly, just kind of keep the circle as small and as confined as possible. When I go out, I try to make it as quick of a trip as possible. Only really go out for supplies that I need. Like I said, I try to go out at least once a day to get some supplies, and keeping up in spirits, keeping your immune system as high as possible, whether that be drinking, the vitamin C packets or whatever you have to do to kind of keep your immune system as ready as possible. And then, following precautions that have been laid out by the doctors. So, yeah, I want tell y'all to keep it up out there, keep safe out there, and yeah, just keep to yourself, basically. But yeah, this wraps up day 1 of LA Lockdown with Philip Brown and crew. Ciao.